When Bayonetta Origins was initially revealed to us, I was a little underwhelmed. I love Bayonetta. I have all the games physically, and as an all-digital gamer who doesn't collect anything, that means something. Bayonetta is known for being edgy, raunchy, and adult, but here was this kid. Well, I played the demo and I actually really liked the game, and after putting hours into the full release, I gotta say, don't judge a book by its cover. Hello world and all who inhabit it, it is I, the Great Sairan, and Bayonetta Origins is better than it looks. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's one of the best looking games on Switch, especially in handheld mode on my OLED. I am super proud of Platinum and Nintendo trying something different with the Bayonetta franchise. Bayonetta 3 wasn't bad at all, but after that ending, we just didn't know what was next. Maybe it's Viola's own game, or maybe after Bayonetta Origins, we get more spin-offs. Bayonetta Origins feels like a Nintendo game, specifically Zelda mixed with an action RPG, and I love it. The combat, the world and level design, and the story, oh my god, let's just hop right into it.
Back to Paradiso with you!
As cute as Bayonetta Origins is, they've managed to throw in some really cool combat elements. There are two main ways you fight in this game. One is with Bayonetta's magic, which is cool because we're used to her melee attacks. She mainly uses her magic to bind enemies in place so that your demon, Cheshire, can attack. But if you have enough magic, you can trigger combo attacks that change depending on what elements Cheshire wields. And that's pretty much it for Bayo. Quite simple. She's just a kid, so I don't expect too much, and also Cheshire's role is a little bit more involved, so I'm okay with a simplistic Bayonetta. All of Bayonetta's actions are tied to the left controller. ZL activates her magic, L calls Cheshire back to you to restore his magic, and the D-pad is for potions, which I rarely use because this game isn't hard at all. On the other hand, see what I did there? On the other hand, Cheshire is controlled with your right hand. This is a very unique way to control characters. I'm sure that it's not the first time, but I can't think of a game I played recently that controlled like this, so it was refreshing. Cheshire is your main combat guy. He has 4 different elements he can change into at will, and those elements have different attack patterns and uses for puzzles outside of battle. ZR is your main attack, and you can use that to create and extend combos with Bayonetta's magic. R is like a special attack. Whether it's a stretchy tongue attack that takes the enemy's shield and throws it right back at them, or a hydro cannon you can use to get some quick damage and eliminate fire with. Each of the 4 elements have a specific special, all with different uses in and outside of battle. A, B, X, Y is used to change between elements, and you press whichever element you are again to go back to the base form of Cheshire. I like to use this form when I'm all out of magic. He does great damage, and his combos with Bayonetta creates this AoE tornado that's great when I'm surrounded. Bayonetta has the health gauge, but Cheshire also has vitality. If he get hits too much, he goes back into his plushy form that's being used as his anchor to Cereza's world from the demon world. Once that happens, you need to grab Cheshire and hug him to restore his vitality. I mean, is that not cute as heck? There is a skill tree, and as you go throughout levels, you collect roses and crystals to level up Bayonetta and Cheshire respectively. Bayonetta gets more utility and support focus power, and Cheshire gets combo extensions, more vitality, and new ways to engage in combat. Every skill tree item is unique and isn't a repeat of some skill you already have. And also there's this really cute cutscene that plays when you level up. Splitting the gamepad into 2, I was initially worried as to how they could keep combat unique and fresh throughout the game, but after collecting all 4 elemental cores, I'm really impressed as to how they made it work. Combat may not be as in-depth or challenging as the OG Bayonetta trilogy, but it's very satisfying and one of my favorite parts of this game.
Cereza could just make out the water shrine in the distance. Before it stood a strange contraption built from thick metal pipes.
My actual favorite part of this game is the world and level design. The whole game is designed and based on a book. The way pages turn during cutscenes and the actual way the world looks. I actually didn't like the art style during the trailer, but after the demo, it grew on me, and after playing the game, I'm in love. It's so Nintendo, but in a good way. The world is so interactive. You're in a forest, which is a great setting to have background noises and rustling in trees, along with some really great music. They chose a great location for this first game. There are many unique creatures you can see on your screen scurrying about, and the whole thing feels very alive. You can interact with this world with Bayonetta's magic, often finding places to play the rhythm style minigame needed to solve puzzles or get extra items to level up. Cheshire interacts with his elemental powers, like using his stone element smash attack to uncover items or chests stuck in the ground. The puzzles are super fun, and that's what reminds me of Zelda. They aren't the same type of puzzle over and over, but they're overworld puzzles, often needing to be solved to move to the next area. Puzzles also play into boss fights, and you need to figure out how to defeat the boss with the world itself, not just brute forcing it with Cheshire. There are some side puzzles in the world you may have to come back to once you get a new element, and those are completely worth it. They often give you very rare Inferno Fruit or Moon Pearls. These are needed to get the better skills on the skill tree. I'm the type of person that if a game tells me to go one way, I go the complete opposite just to make sure I don't miss anything, and even doing that the entire game, I'm still missing some pearls and fruit. Luckily, their locations can be uncovered on the map by completing Tir Na Nogs. I hope I said that right. Tir Na Nogs are these rifts in space that the fairies of the forest create. Once you're in the vicinity of one, your whole world becomes wonky until you enter the source and complete whatever challenge there is for you. Very Bayonetta-esque. These challenges swap between engaging puzzles and combat challenges, so no two are ever the same. The rewards for these are flower petals, and once you have 5 petals, you increase Bayonetta's total health. The most difficult one for me has been a challenge where I can't get hit, but it's late game, so all my opponents are on 10. It took me more tries than it'll probably take you. Along with moon pearls and infernal fruit, you can collect wisps, which are the souls of children left in the forest. Finding wisps gives you rewards like pearls, fruit, and flower petals. Some even have requests for items and potions in your inventory, and giving them what they need also gives you more rewards. It's another fun element of this game that encourages you to explore the world even after completing the game.
The remaining moonlight faded, and Morgana disappeared. Cheshire was in a foul mood.
The story itself is great, but the way it's told is absolutely engaging. It's all narrated by someone who sounds like our 3rd grade teacher. Cereza's lines are voiced by her specific voice actor, but Cheshire's voice is done by the narrator, which is so funny and cute. It's like story time in the library. Bayonetta has a story that can arguably be ignored for the combat, but Bayonetta Origins is the complete opposite, giving us fun and engaging story while not lacking on the combat. Young Cereza is feeling guilty because of her mom's capture. Being the love child of an Umbra witch and a Lumen sage, she was banished and her mother imprisoned, which she felt responsible for. One night she has a dream and is told to go into the forbidden Avalon Forest, and once she's there, she can't leave until she finds the 4 elemental cores and destroys them. Pretty basic story, but there's this love-hate relationship between Cereza and Cheshire that evolves into a true friendship, all while facing off against the devious fairies who run the forest. It's paced well, it's told amazingly, and you really begin to see Bayonetta's younger, fearful, and insecure self grow into the combative kick-ass witch we've come to know and love. The story itself isn't winning any awards, but the presentation has to be praised. Spin-off games are usually ill-received. They're there as a creative avenue, but not to take over the mainline games. Over the years, Bayonetta has had a bunch of ups and downs in the development, but getting 2 Bayonetta games at the end of that development cycle was totally worth it. As a huge Bayonetta fan, I'm excited for what's next and objectively recommend this game. If you're a fan of Nintendo first-party games, you'll love this game. And if you're a fan of Bayonetta with all its callbacks to the mainline series, you'll love this game. While some do debate the $6 price tag, at around 15 hours of content and the amount of polish this game has, I still stand by my recommendation. Also, this game is available via the Nintendo Switch Online voucher program, so I got it and Tears of the Kingdom for $100, so really this felt like a $50 purchase instead of a $60 one. You can always just check out the hour-long demo and see for yourself what you think. Be sure to check out some of my other videos like whether or not PC ports of games can be trusted, and also be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of this stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.